vlog. It's not riding. Um, gonna go through yesterday, race day. So I guess this will be like part 3 or 4 of that series. So you already know how the race result goes. So I won't really go into that in too much depth. But it was an interesting day with it being race day. We had two key times, I guess. One being 8 p.m. The race itself, but before that we had the 4 p.m. Hydration test weigh-in window type thing. We went out to the venue to do a bit of a pre-test, um, make sure the setup was working. So I jumped on, checked the gears, shifting smoothly on the Justo, just like it did last year at Worlds, even though the trainer Taxneo was shifting like shit. So that was good. Did a couple little pickups. Had some reasonable power on the flat with the gears compared to at home. So I was a little bit a little bit in a positive mind frame about the Justo at that stage, and yeah, just got to see where we were on the stage. So I was in a row with Jason, Bormans, Pucker, and Tugel. So I'm not sure how random that was, but I don't think it was random at all, given that all the favourites were uh, down the two front rows. But yeah, it was good to check out the setup and set up where things were going to be. Came back again. By that stage, we were kind of just focusing on the hydration and the carbs. Did a bit of a weight check, and I was like 61.9 to 62. So I was thinking that I was probably going to fall on that line somewhere for the weigh-in. And then the urine was clear, so tried to stop drinking, and so I could maybe be on the 61 side of things for the weigh-in there. Anyway, we jumped on, got to the venue, and went and did the testing. And look, I just think, and this is just me speaking, so I'm sure there are other opinions and that kind of thing, but I think that the hydration test was just such an unnecessary stress on the athletes. We all passed, we all weighed in our normal weight, but like for me, just having crap like that kind of constantly talked about and in your mind as like an issue almost made it an issue. Um, so yeah, I'm not a fan. I don't really rate it that much. But yeah, I guess each opinion to their own. But I just thought it caused unnecessary stress, and it made me think more about something that I've never had an issue with. So yeah, that's my take on it.
It gets steeper and steeper as you go. If you remember that course profile at the start of the race, and as we can see, that chase line is on its way. Still 1,300 metres behind the riders' way.
Yes, and whilst it might be 3.4% at the moment, the gradient is going to get steep.
We had a bit of a weird warm up because we had to finish like we had a little warm up window where our bikes were off the stage. We could do a bit of a warm up, but then we had to go and get ready to go on the stage while the mechanics put our bikes out there. So it wasn't a proper warm up. It was like two mini warm ups. But with the adrenaline and stuff, you kind of feel okay. Um, yeah, I wasn't like fully amped up for the race, I guess you could say. And I think it's just because my expectations weren't like super high. Like I found it hard to believe that I could probably do better than last year, which was a bit tough. A, a couple of the guys asked like what my goals are for the race, like a little one-on-one chat, and I said, I know like this sounds strange, but my goal is to come top 15 because of like this um, and like understanding that most people on the outside, not that many people care about esports, but most people would think that like I probably would have been top 10 or hoping for more. But yeah, that's kind of where the head was at. But yeah, the next phase was the race, which you can watch the recap, which I'll do at some point. So I'll put links to that you can catch up on how it all went. and I'll skip to the post race. So, um, yeah, just did the presentations and that type of thing. Got a handshake from Sagan and Pog, so I felt a little bit starstruck, which has been a while since I felt that way. So pretty cool. Got back to the hotel and scrambled up to this rooftop bar at the hotel for nice pizza, a couple of beers. So expensive, like a pizza, a side of chips, and two beers was like 120 Australian dollars. But it was good views, good vibes to chat with people after the race. Went and got our bikes at about midnight, and that was that. Kind of cruised. Went to bed, another shitty sleep because like just adrenaline, waking up early because of what time it is back home, and yeah, up and it's off season pretty much. So the plan for today was just smack a big buffet breakfast, go for a bit of a ride to check out Hadari out, which actually did. I finished the event, and I was actually like, after a really tough few stages, I jumped off the bike pretty content with how that third stage went, considering the stages beforehand. When you look at the points differential between me and Ruben, I was nowhere near 13th, so I kind of maximised that position on the day, which probably inflates the performance a little bit. But obviously, those factors that I wasn't really stoked about kind of led me to a position around there. For me, this has taken a lot of focus to get towards. It's been a real goal of mine. So now I'm going to take the time to really relax for a little bit with not much important on the agenda. And given the shift in the seasons of esports lately, with MyWhoosh having all the big races, it's going to be summer back home. So looking forward to just probably taking a little step back for a little while before assessing what's next. Which I'm really not sure. This has been an amazing trip, better than last year's trip. So, I'd love to come back again for this, but there's also like a few conflicting thoughts with like the amount of effort that gets put into it, and it's obviously a very hard thing to qualify for. So I guess given that last year I got eighth, this year I've been 14th. I'm not really a contender in my opinion for like getting up towards the medal. So in terms of like the World Championship event, I've almost done what I can do the last few years and hit the kind of top of those goals. And anything I do going forward is just going to kind of be similar to that. Now, the big carrot that I had that I was really motivated for primarily, honestly, the last 12 months was the Esports Olympics that was talked about in 2027 in Saudi Arabia. That was my primary motivator, and that's why kind of going to Worlds this year I thought would be a good stepping stone to keep me in a good position to get to potentially have that opportunity depending on how the qualification would work. But about 10 days before I came here, I read the news that the IOC and the Saudis communications have broke down and that's not happening anymore. So for me, that goal now seems like it's probably not happening, or even if the IOC do kind of get together with their plan, I think they're now many steps back, and that's kind of a more of a long term thing. Which for me, like, I don't really know if I have. I don't really think I have the kind of full drive to be kind of pushing on at this stuff, like with all the kind of the amount of energy I have been the last kind of 2 years for like another 5 years, for example. So that, yeah, it's a bit of a factor in kind of my motivation at the moment, because I thought, yeah, we can push on, we can get to 2027 and try and make that a reality. But yeah, I'll have to have some decisions now, because I at least think for the next little period of time, once I do get back on the bike, I'm probably just going to have a bit more fun for a while, drop the hours, and do things that I enjoy on there, and just enjoy doing a bit more normal person stuff. Hopefully, we'll see if that actually happens. Usually, get pretty serious and dedicated quickly, but yeah, it's just an interesting headspace because now, like, Worlds in 2026, if I make it, it's not really like progressing me to like potentially a spot, or being good contention for that Olympics. So yeah, it's a factor, and yeah, I guess we'll see what happens in the time to come. But that's kind of a little bit where the head's at. But in terms of the rest of the trip, got my first outside ride done in probably 18 months yesterday. Went with Kate, Si, and a couple others to Hadariat, which I wanted to do last year, but I got sick and I just couldn't be bothered with the bike. So yeah, it was nice to go and check out like the places that I ride online, and do one of the really cool parts of the trip that I hadn't done before. So it was awesome. We're out for 3 or 4 hours, including coffee, checking out things there. Feeling super stoked that we got this opportunity this year, and did it with a couple of people who kind of know their way around the place. So yeah, that was an awesome way to finish the trip. We then had our little athlete dinner, big buffet, few drinks, like just good to unwind and really catch up with everyone. It's an awesome community, like-minded people, and again, like, this alone is motivation, I guess, to want to come back again next year. Um, I mean, that might mean like a different build, like a relaxed 6 months into a really focused 6 months. I'm not really sure, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, whatever happens, I'm certainly love esports racing, and just smashing it on the bike. So it'll certainly be part of whatever is next, but a few decisions have to be made. But anyway, probably nothing major more to add here. We're just packing, about to check out soon. Bit of time by the pool until we fly. Kate and I are going to Perth, so a few more days. That's why these videos will probably be out quite a bit after the fact. But yeah, if you hear all these vlogs deep, thanks for watching. 1,000 subscribers, we want to get it done. So hit the subscribe for us, and we'll keep you posted in what the journey is next. Cheers.